All right, we made a visit to the north side to one of the longest running haunts in the Chicago area. This is the Catacombs. This has been running 30 odd years or so. It's St. Pascal's. St. Pascal's School. This year it's called the Catacombs of St. Pascal's. And this was a return visit for us after a couple of years. We've been turned away by the large lines, to be quite honest, because the lines get huge. But this time we made it in time. So what'd you think this time around, Laura?
I liked it. I mean, it had, some really promising sets that, when it started, I was just like, oh, wow, this is so cool.
You could say what it was.
Say what it was? Well, you walk in, the first room was like a boiler room. And
it's a real boiler room, by the way.
It's like a real boiler room, and it was very hot in there, but they had the Nightmare on Elm Street music playing. So like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, thinking I'm waiting for Freddy to jump out. I was just waiting for Freddy, thinking this is awesome. But no Freddy. It was just the music in the boiler room, which it was still a cool effect. I gotta give him that. Very cool effect, but I was hoping that Freddy would have been in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And but other than that, it was they had some good sets. The actors, they were good. It just there's a cool mirror room. And I know I haven't seen it. I know Brian's seen it, but I guess there used to be a Michael Myers in that mirror room. Of course, for me, I was hoping he would reappear or be there, but of course it was like other monsters, which still was a creepy room. But they had some good effects in there, and they had some, I guess I did enjoy it, so I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5.
As far as the scenes go in St. Pascal's, they do set it up very effectively. One thing that I'd like to mention is the waiting room area. The waiting room area is really clever. It's like a funeral area, and there's a person there who takes your tickets, and she has you sit down, and as you're waiting to go in, she'll tell jokes and things.
That was very entertaining. That actually was my favorite part of the haunt, besides the boiler room.
She had some really funny jokes.
Great. That was a lot of fun.
A couple jokes that made you groan, but still in that funny way.
But it was still fun.
But there's a surprise in that room, and I won't spoil what the surprise is, but really, it's one of those things that's right in front of your face, and you don't pay any attention to it, and it was clever. It made me laugh. It was slightly creepy, too, and it was fun, sort of that fun creepy. Not creepy like something you want to get away from, but fun. So that was fun before we even got into the haunt. And the boiler room, it was a fantastic setup. If Freddy was there, it would have been top-notch, okay? And I swear years ago when we first went here, there was a Freddy in that same boiler room, but not this time. And they had the Nightmare on Elm Street music playing. There was fog, and it was humid. It was like in the 60s the night we went, and we walked in there. It was hot, humid. It was perfect. And they had fake flames behind the boilers, too. It was really clever. And there were some other clever rooms in there, too. The mirrored room that was mentioned. There was a swamp area. There was a cool zombie area with zombies coming out of some very unusual places in there. And a lot of the actors, they really were into what they were doing. Younger kids, but they were into what they were doing. There was a scene with a mad scientist, and he had a creation. I won't say what the creation is, but it's kind of cool. It's always cool to see this particular type of thing come out at you. And you don't see it that often, really, in haunts. So, and it's decently long. It's about between 12 and 15 minutes, depending on how long you go through there. It's fun, and the kids really do seem to enjoy what they're doing inside the haunt. And we like a lot of the detailed scenes that they have set up. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, too. Overall, it was a pretty good experience, and we hope that St. Pascal's continues for a long time to come.